right. All good here. Carlos, I'm so not ready. It's in 7 minutes.
You got this, man.
Thank you, Ma.
You got this. Tu vois-tu le linge qui sèche derrière? Ça.
Ouais, tu le vois un peu, mais c'est pas grave. Come on. Oh, come on, bro. The fuck do you mean? Welcome 12. Like the calice. All right, what's up? Hey, yo, Matt, you, what's up? Mate, you, how you doing? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you can hear my voice. All right. It's my first time, so Matt, you. Oh, my bad. All right. Oh, c'est un Québécois en plus. Let's go. Quebec in the chat. All right, Quebec in the chat. Let me know if you can hear this right now. Hold on. All right, gang, on est parti. All right. Okay, so gonna start by doing drums. All right, kick, hat, and a clap. Actually, all right. 140. We're making rhythm, right? Not Quebec. Are we making rhythm or what? Oh, Street Shaman, hello, welcome, welcome. First live stream. Hope it goes well. So we're just making drums for now? All right, sweet. All right, drums, done. Well, for now, at least. All right, let's start. Let's make a sub, and I'll be using Serum. Yo, the Valdsy, what's up? All right, let's go. Let's go D sharp. Oh, Schumacher, no way. Yes, I do use serum. Usually use it for my bases. Do some Blender tutorials. Yeah. Yes, sir. Welcome to the kitchen. All right, sub. I'll name this sub. All right, my subs, I'll usually go like this. All right, my serum froze. Let's just reload it. All right. All right, this, we'll throw a little distortion on it. All right, a little bit of noise. Now let's throw a compressor on it. We will not be using multiband. We'll just be compressing. In fact, I don't even want any compression going on. I just want gain. All right, a little bit less of noise. So let's go maybe with a pink noise. Let's filter it out. All right, reason I'm doing this right here is just to filter out the low end of the noise. Perfect. All right, let's change our volume envelope a little bit. All right, one last thing is to add a pitch envelope. So I'll source envelope 2 and then master tuning. Let's do a shape like that. And as we turn it up, right, that's way too much. We just want a little bit. Maybe turn up the attack a little bit. All right, let's turn it down even more. Thank you, Schumacher. You like the bass? All right, let me tweak it a little bit more. Maybe add a little bit of attack on the first envelope. All right, that should do it. One more thing I want to do here is make these notes just a little bit shorter. That way it grooves a little bit more, and we're gonna add just a little bit of attack. Also, let's make it mono while we add it. There you go. All right, sub officially done. Let's do some mids. By the way, this is just a little template I have going. It's just groups with nothing in it, really. Just so I can stay organized, you know. All right, yeah, let's make some rhythm basses. Headphones, I recently got Sennheiser's HD 660s S, I believe. Yeah, and to be honest, before that I had Audio Technica's M50s or M50X, and coming from that to this, yo, game changer. But it's twice the price as well, but definitely worth the investment. Although I will not be DJing with these because like these are open back, no noise cancellation whatsoever. But for like mix downs and stuff, pretty goated, not gonna lie. All right, boys, what should we use? What VST should we use to do some sound design? Either Vital, Serum, or Reason. All right, I want to see your answer in the chat. All right, we have one vote for Vital. Two vote. All right, Let's go, boys. Vital it is. All right. All right. What type of noise should we make? Usually, I'll start with like quarter notes. Uh, just cause like it's kind of like a proven flow. You know, you can't go wrong with quarter notes. And once I have my quarter notes down, then I'll start to think about going somewhere else. All right. So let's just copy this over. Let's make these twice as short. That way we get the quarter notes. All right. Let me make this twice as long as well. All right. So recently, what I've been doing on Vital, I've been just like basing my sounds on foghorns. So how you make a foghorn like at the most rawest form is just you have two sine waves. Let me turn this down. All right. So simple sine wave, right? Then if we add a second sine wave, but this one we pitch it up like 3 octaves at least. Right, we just have these two sine waves, and let's run this setup through a nice thick distortion. And if we add like a reverb at the end of that, then we get a nice little foghorn. Right? So just like this simple concept, I've been like starting my sounds like this. So instead of like doing the reverb, maybe we can just throw an LFO on our like second sine wave. Let's do quarter notes. And as I turn it up, you get that nice section. And also Vital is really cool because you can do this with like all of the synths, right? It's such an easy setup. But what's cool about Vital is the distortion. I don't know what they have in that distortion, but it just sounds so good. Also, you can, if you want, you can maybe throw this LFO on the drive as well, just to accentuate it a little bit. All right, and this is pretty much like our base setup, and then where do we go from here? All right, since we're making quarter notes, I want to make this a little bit shorter. Let's hear what in context with the drums. All right, see, right now we have a little problem. We have 2 subs going on at the same time, which sounds like doo-doo. So we'd have to like either cut out the low end of our Vital patch here, or delete the serum sub entirely. I think we're gonna keep just the straight up Vital patch, and we'll revisit the sub later on, but for now, like, this is sounding pretty good. Already I can kind of have an idea for a flow. All right, let's start. So I'm just gonna make a copy of my Vital, and what I want to do is add a little variation here. Let's do 8 notes. Make this shorter. Oh yeah. And turn down the level here. Nice. pitch bend in Vital. Yes, sir. That's exactly what I was about to do, actually. That's the next step. So the sound is cool. I like it. I don't want to mess with it anymore. I'm just gonna make a copy, turn it off, and like the pitch bend, I will add this to this patch. That way we have both patches. We can mess around with it, right? All right. So same idea. We will go to matrix. Let's do envelope 2. Since the first one by default it's our volume. So this destination will be global voice transpose. There you go. Let's do the same shape. Let's make the decay shorter. Nice. Is there a way I could? Oh. See, that's cool, but that's like way too much stereo. I don't know how well that translated on your end, but that's like way too much stereo. So we'll stay in mono for now. Let's maybe turn this down a little bit. Let's add some noise to it. Nice. All right, let's talk about stereo width. Let me turn on my mini meters. All right, check this out. So right now, our sound it's completely mono. This one right here. That's good for like sub bass, but for all the mids, that's not necessarily what we want. So one of the things I like to do is just throw a reverb, but before the distortion. And as we turn it up, our sound gets wider. And let's turn down the decay time. Sweet. You know what? Let's throw a phaser as well. Not for the stereo image, just for the sound. The way I use it, especially in Vital, I'll go depth 0, and then I'll play with the center here. You can get a lot of like cool different tones here. Ooh, maybe add just a little bit just to give it that little texture. I want to try something else, but I don't want to mess up this patch, so make a copy. Let's mess with it some more. All right, here instead of doing LFO, I want to send everything to the envelope here. All right, so this is our sub. Let's turn up the release a little bit. And the attack a little bit. All right, so far this is just the volume, right? And we have a little pitch envelope going on. All right, sweet. All right, let's try the second envelope, see if this works. So now I just want to, this is our setup, our little sine wave going to a distortion with a little bit of FX and our little pitch bend. well, like pitch modulation. Now I'm just gonna add a white noise to it. All right. And here, if I change the white noise, get different textures. Okay. So like this right here, this is like the pretty much a setup for all of like your machine guns, right? Usually what how you achieve that sound is like you have a very noisy layer with a sub layer that you're distorting both together. And what you get is kind of like that machine gun sound. Here's kind of different, but you get the idea. All right, let's add. I want to add another little something here. Let's go 48 instead. Okay, and I'm just trying stuff out. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I just want to add another layer to this setup here. This is kind of cool. All right, let's hear it in context. All right, fuck this little patch here. Let's just leave it like that for now. All right, you can kind of literally, I don't know what I'm doing. That's literally how we all make music, you know? Cuz like if I feel like if you kind of like know what you're doing too much, it kind of takes away from that spontaneous aspect of making music, you know what I'm saying? All right, I can kind of hear a song coming here together. All right, let's kind of lay down our little structure here. All right, so I'm gonna select everything, Control Shift D. So this right here, this would be our first half of the drop. And here in the little spots, I will want to add some little fills or something. Just drum fills. Ta, ta. Yeah, and then we will repeat it once more. All right, let's just work on this for now. All right, here I feel like just a little like a reverb tail will work wonders. So what I want to do here is I just want to add a little reverb send. By default, Ableton comes with the reverb and a delay on your return channels. So here all I want to do is just like automate this, but at the very end, right? Something like that. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Just like that. Let's copy this over. All right, let's listen in context. take it for now. Also, another good idea when you're producing is, well, at least for me, I like to go as fast as I can. That way, you don't get stuck. Like, I could spend literally hours right now, the whole live stream, just working on this little part right here, right? But you don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And also, like, when you're in the flow, when you're trying to like create, right? You don't want to get stuck on these little details. There's a time and place for making that, and when you're just starting an idea, it's not the time, it's not the place. So yeah, here I'm just gonna go like pretty fast, like this little reverb tail. It's not perfect by any means, but it will do, you know. It will do for now at least. All right, here I want to add a little drum fill. Let's go to my little. All right, so I've been using this sample pack, Fresh Tone Vintage Drums, for ages now. Like, especially this sample right here. All right. So I'm just gonna throw it here. All right, that should work. The way I like to do my drum fills is I'll have it on beats transient. I just like to make it super short and punchy. Nice. And maybe pitch it down. Kickflip drums? I don't know. Maybe. Most likely. Like whenever I need a drum fill, that's the folder that's the sample pack that I'll usually use. So might be there's a good chance that it's actually I'll actually use that in kickflip. All right, let's hear in context what we have so far. All right, here what I want to do is I'll delete the drums and I'll throw a little high pass filter on the group. Yeah, just for that like little the last bar, and I'll make this longer as well. Yeah, this is like a turnaround. So in blues, like you usually hear like something like at the end of the pattern that always brings you back to the beginning of the pattern. This is what we call a turnaround, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. You ever mess with the beats mode till you get glitches? Not really. I haven't tried that technique, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Say if I have like a long sound and Ableton like automatically will try to find transients, and then based on those transients, you can kind of like mess up the sound. Definitely, we'll have to give that a try. All right, let's listen to what we have so far. So this is kind of like our base idea for the drum. All right, makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Let me just change the little drum fill real quick. So I'm just gonna hold Alt here, and I'm gonna scroll through my sample, trying to find maybe a better spot. Ooh, that's perfect. Even I can. All right, you know what? Let's just consolidate this. I'm just gonna delete this hit right here. Nice. All right, so this is first half of our drop. Like first half of the first half. That's what. So this right here would be first half of our drop. I'll call it drop A. So this right here would make it drop B, which would be our switch. All right, so switch, usually you wanna switch things up, right? We're not gonna stay with the same patch. Or if you do stay with, so all right. Izzy's rule of thumb when it comes to switches: either you stay with the same patch but you switch up the flow, or you stay with the same flow but you switch up the patch. That's like the easiest way you can make a good switch. Or you can just say fuck it and just keep it as it is. You know, you're the boss. You're the one who's making music. All right, and in our case right now, I do want to make a switch. So I'm gonna make a copy of our vital here. Delete this and delete this. All right, now I think I do want to change the flow a little bit. All right, I have an idea. Bear with me. Just wanna do 8 notes. Okay. Okay. Something like that. Let me just freeze this real quick. So here I could have just like, instead of freezing and dragging the audio, I could have just like resampled. Doesn't really matter. All right, here we'll just use the audio. All right, and this I want to delay a little bit. All right. All right, so this is kind of like the idea that I had. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Comp filter, I could try mess with the comp filter. So far, I haven't used the comp filter in any of these patches yet. But yeah, we could definitely try. Comp filter is definitely one of my go-tos when it comes to filtering, like especially in sound design. Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. All right. Yeah, I like it. I like it enough to make it a whole pattern. All right, a little reverb tail here. A little drum fill. And just make this longer. All right, we're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely. Offbeat, yeah, it is on purpose because if we keep it on the grid, it just sounds too square. I mean, it's kind of cool, not gonna lie. But this is kind of like a bit skankier, you know? Also, what I like to do instead of... So sometimes instead of just like manually going in here and moving the thing, you can still use the grid. Just add a delay or a track delay. I like to use delay because it's easier. It's right there. I see it. I'll go 100% wet, zero feedback, no filtering or whatsoever, and just go something like 70 milliseconds. And all it does is just delays your track, right? In this case, might be a little bit too much. Actually, what if we just take off the low end? And then we keep these notes longer. Yo, this is kind of cool. Offbeat. Imagine he puts the lead that he made like Corpse. Oh yeah, the little metallic-y high pitch one. That could be a layer. All right, let's see where this track takes us. All right, so here either I'm gonna like take off some of this, so because this sound by default it has a lot of sub in it, right? So it's either like I cut one and replace it by the other, or we'll leave both of them together, but this sub will have to go. So for now, let's do both together. Just make a few copies. All right. All right, sweet. Actually, here, pretty sure I can delete my frozen audio here. Since we didn't really change anything from like the first part of the drop in this patch, at least all we did is just add this new bass. Yeah. All right. I have another idea here. Let's do another vital. Alright, here all I want to do is add a little layer on the second part of the drop. Second part. Like the second half of drop A, and the same thing for the drop B. Actually, I'll just use the same patch here, but we'll tweak it. Oh, you know what? Let's try one of these patches that we made earlier. Alright, I feel like this would work pretty well. Alright, I think this sound, if I just go on the kick and the snare, will sound really good. Just change the drum fill to be on beat and drop. What do you mean? It's pretty on beat. It just has that swing, which I'm gonna add more of that swing actually. Alright, let's do this part first. Alright, I just want the first note. Yeah. Alright, sounds like crap because of the 2 subs we have. Bad. Alright, cool. Alright, here's a little cool thing I like to do. Whenever I want to make a sound warmer, I'll throw a vocoder. I will go enhance, modulator, and play with depth and formant. See how much warmer it sounds? Then obviously you can play here with like bands and the range. But in my case, I just want to make it a bit warmer. That's a nice little layer right there. Do you tend to swing late or do you ever swing early? Actually, I tend to swing early, more early than late. Just so like you have that like little subtle swing, especially in the hats. So if we go like full swing, right? Or even let me show you even better example. If we swing these, yeah, like so. That's like super hardcore swing, right? Yeah, might not be the best example here. So this one, yeah, that's like super swingy once again. If I don't want that swing, I'll usually just go something like that. So instead of going full swing, I'm just like a little bit closer to being like straight notes. And you can hear a lot of that swing in my tracks. Yeah, exactly. And also, one more thing that I like to do with my hats is usually the second hat, like in between the kick and the clap, I'll usually just delay it a little bit. Just so it's like it's barely noticeable, but it just adds a little groove. Like if we compare this to this, you can barely tell the difference. But there's a little subtle difference. Maybe makes your track, I don't know, like 1-2% more groovier. But like those little percentages, they add up, you know? So yeah, I can straight up just like copy this over. That way we have our little delayed hat on all of the channels. All right, second layer. I mean, honestly, sounds pretty dope. I think I'm gonna just. Okay, yeah, I like it. Let's see how that sounds on drop B. So initially my idea was to put this layer right here. But now I felt it might feel weird if we take off this layer at the switch. Yeah, sounds a bit off, so we're just gonna keep it. And then this part right here, so the second half of my drop, of my switch, I'm gonna add another layer. Let's go something like 48. Or let's add this layer on the snare instead. All right, so far so good. This is a pretty like nice bass for our drop. Let me just throw a little impact at the end. Perfect. All right. I kind of like this drop, and I kind of, I mean, kind of feel like maybe we need to add more stuff to it. It is pretty dope though. I like the flow. Switch is alright. I'm gonna add just a little bit of reverb on this part right here. So here I'm using a send. I think I'm just gonna go for an insert instead. I'm gonna go with a plate reverb. Or actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add another return. I'm gonna call it plate. Then we're gonna put this on here. We're gonna send our vital patch to the plate. Let's make this plate 100% wet solo. There you go. And let's add to the main bass as well. Nice. Let's just turn off. Alright, another thing that's kind of bothering me is the drums. So here what I want to do is... Alright, say I want to turn down the hats a little bit, right? I could go in here in my drum rack, turn down the hats, right? Or like if I want to throw a delay on the clap, I can do it right here in the drum rack, right? What I don't like about this setup is the fact that you have to go inside of here every time, right? and it kind of messes up the workflow a little bit. So what I like to do when I'm working with drum racks is I'll go here, right click, extract chains. And what it does is whatever you selected, it puts it in its own drum rack. So this right here would be our hat, right? And we'll do the same thing for the clap. Extract chains. Clap. That way we can put stuff directly on the channel. It just makes it a little easier. Same thing for the volume, you know, instead of having to go in here, I can just turn it down directly on the volume fader. And let's name this kick. Alright, clap snare is kind of cool, but kind of sucks at the same time. Better. Also, another reason why I like to extract my chains is because I really like to send stuff to sends or like return channels. Especially like in this case, the plate. I'm just gonna add a little bit of that plate reverb to my clap. And it's exactly the same reverb as our basses, so like it all sounds well together, right? Alright, let's add another hat. Alright, here what I want to do is I want offbeats. That's the clap delay from Contaminated Crops. Maybe, bro. I tend to do a lot of like the same things for like my drums and everything. So yeah, there's a good chance that I've used that that same technique on Contaminated Crops. I'll tell you what though, it's definitely not the clap from Contaminated Crops because I've got into drum synthesis after I put out that track. And this, as you can see, it's an Izzy clap. But yeah, definitely like that little delay trick. I tend to do that a lot. All right, let's do the second half. See, that's too much, right? So we need to turn it down. Now we're just missing the swing, so I'm just gonna add a delay. Here I'm just gonna adjust by ear. Like that's super swingy. That's cool. And how I know I got the sweet spot is like when my ass starts shaking, you kind of get that feeling that okay, I hit the sweet spot. And I just want to use the filter here. Just to make it a little bit more subtle. All right, so before the hat, after. See, just makes it a little bit more groovier. Bro, this second layer is so sick. You know what? I might just have to add that to the first part as well. And then maybe add this for the second part. I mean, ooh, that's a nice switch going from from the double hats to single. That was pretty cool. So here what I feel like the right thing to do here is we're just gonna add that second hat on the second part of our first drop and second drop. And then here I definitely want to change this a little. I'm gonna turn it up even more. See if I just change the octave here. I mean, kind of what I'm going for. That's high. What do you mean that's high? All right. I'm gonna have to revisit that. I don't know. Alright, I wanna tweak this one. Actually, let me see if we go with a serum patch. Actually, I could have just stayed in vital. I don't know why I did serum, but all I want to do is a little pluck sound with like a saw. Yeah. Let's add some unison. Let's go 3. All right, and let's compress it. And distortion. Distort before compress? Yeah. Type shit. I'll just make it more. Mommy. Oh, the Valsy says fire and Street Shaman says oh. Why did you always use compressor? So basically compressor, all it does is you will use it to turn down the loud parts and turn up the quiet parts, right? So like when you're compressing voice, you want all the words to be equally heard, right? In this case, I'm using the compressor just to add gain. And here maybe I'm compressing a little bit, so instead of having our shape like this, I'm just making a little bit more rounder, you know, cutting off the top a little bit just so I can push it more. But recently, fun fact about compression. Recently, I watched this 10-hour long video on YouTube. It's like a course about compression. And yo, you guys, it completely changed my game. Check this out. These are all the notes that I've taken while watching that video. And I've even like printed shit out. uh, stuff about compressors, like manuals and stuff. Game changer, boys. If you have the time and uh the fucking willpower to go through with it, definitely recommend. My mixes have become way cleaner, and I finally understand how does compression work. Sound design textbooks from college, yeah, bro. Honestly, yo, pen and paper is so goated. There's something about it. Uh, Schumacher is not the book; it's a YouTube video. So if you write a compression 10-hour course, yeah, uh, super awesome. And like the same guys who did that, they also do like reverb courses, EQ courses, mastering courses. Definitely worth it if you want to improve your mix downs. All right, where were we? Right, this right here. All right, just want to make it more punchier here. How do I do that? I will add another envelope and I will use it for master tuning. That sounded so cute. Yeah. Turn it down a little bit. Let's turn down the decay as well. Alright, let's turn it up just so we can hear what we're doing. Yeah. Alright, maybe less distortion. Note. Alright, it just sounds like that. It sounds like super distorted. Probably we're compressing maybe too much. Oh, it's because we're clipping like, okay. Type shit, type shit. Alright, let's see how is our stereo image, because I feel like we're super mono right now. Alright, it's not that bad. Let me see if I can change this to one that I can actually understand. Yeah, okay. Alright, so this is super, that's pretty wide actually. This is pretty mono, okay. Maybe we can add. Alright, cool little trick in Serum, and it also applies in Vital, is whenever you have a sound that's like super mono, you just want to add a little bit of stereo image without necessarily changing the sound. Or if you want to just add like just a little bit of something to the sound. A cool little virtual riot trick is you just throw chorus, flanger, and phaser, and you turn everything down, mix like 10%, and all of a sudden our sound has more stereo in it, and it sounds pretty much the same. Actually, here I might want to add more phaser, and let's turn down the depth. Nice. pretty good. Pretty good. It should be released, or is it? It's just a test. So I don't know if you're talking about this track in particular, but I was thinking of just giving it away as this month's Patreon exclusive. And also, all my tier 3 fellas, you will have the project file. All right, let's make this drop a little bit better by adding different effects. All right, first one I want to do is a riser. Let's go to Vengeance. Yeah. All right, that's perfect. And also, I do not want to warp it with beats. Either I leave it unwarped, or if I do want to like make it fit my BPM, I'll especially for like effects and stuff, I'll go repitch. Alright, that's good. Alright, Alright, this one I've been using a lot. What I want to do here is reverse. Maybe make it faster, yeah. That's pretty dope. Yeah, a little ear tickler, that's right. Maybe I will release a clip on SoundCloud. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, dude, yo, this one you probably heard it a bunch of times. I use it a lot in my tracks, and it's just like a little riser that I made way back. All right, you know what? Speaking of making risers, let's make another riser. So I'm just gonna draw one note, D sharp. Yeah, we're in D sharp, right? Yeah. All right, check this out. Operator. Now what I want to do. Yo, snap out of it, dog. Yeah, that's right. We got some contaminated crops. All right, check out this riser though. So what I want to do here is pitch envelope. I want to turn it all the way up. Attack. You know what? No. Screw the pitch envelope. Let's do like that. Let's go from bottom to the top. All right, let's listen to it. Why is it not working? Okay. Right, so now we just a simple sine wave going up, right? Let's add LFO. Let's automate the rate, the amounts. Let's automate the rate as well. Man, I love operator for this. Alright, second layer, first off we're gonna put it like so. Second layer will be white noise. And the envelope we want attack to the max. Alright, an envelope here, we just got to... I just want it on the... on my A oscillator. Oscillator A. And let's increase the attack on the first one as well. And let's add a envelope to the filter. Right, filter. Alright, we're just gonna have to automate it instead of using the envelope here. I'm not sure how to use this envelope here. I'm sure it's super simple. I just never really got around to looking into that. That's pretty good. I'm gonna throw another filter or even a EQ. Here, I just want to cut off the low end. Yeah, all right. One more thing that I want to do here is add a big old reverb. And usually I'll throw it on the group, and I'll call this risers. That way, like, I can even throw this riser inside of my reverbated group. Yeah. And here, all you want to do is automate the reverb, so it turns off at the end of the pattern. That way you don't get any like weird tails interfering with the drop or whatever. Can even throw this one in there. What was that little weird? Did you guys hear that? Had like a little noise at the end. Oh well, we'll figure it out later. All right, another thing I want to do here, bit crush. What do you guys want me to bit crush? The effect? Actually, not a bad idea. Redux. That does sound sick. You can hardly tell though. Oh yeah, that's sick. Let's just see what it's doing. Yo. Yo, what the fuck? Hey, yo, boy, shout out. Holy shit. want me to automate it like this? Yo, this is gangster as hell. All right, I'm gonna keep this one like this. The second one though. All right, let's hear both of them together. Let's go. Alright, so this is where a little note is coming from. What we can do is maybe just like throw a utility. I want it to end here. And maybe we can turn it back up right here. I just want to smooth this out like so. Same thing right here. So here I'm just like making a volume automation just to like clean it up a little bit compared to it. There you go. Sweet. And I'll do the same thing everywhere. Okay, now it's late. Alright, we need another filter. Actually, let's throw these in a group. Let's call them bit crushed risers. And I'm gonna filter in the whole group. Like so. Yo, bit crushers on risers is crazy. All right. I made another copy of the operator, just cause I want that high end, but without any redux. So now we have 3 instances of operator, and they all sound pretty cool together. Yo! Operator the GOAT. Best riser of the day. Thank you. You will actually have access to that. But you know what? I'm gonna... Should I export it now or later? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna export it real quick. Let's go desktop and Izzy Riser 1. I'll make sure to include that with the project. Terrible. And the best, and I do mean it in the best possible way. Hey yo, how long have the stream been going on for? An hour and a half? Damn. Alright, we will start to slowly wrap it up, boys. Alright, what I want to do here. Alright, so now we have our effects in the right place. We are locked in. All right. Let's see if we add a little chant. In between the kick and the snare. All right. See, this one is 2 on the grid. We need to delay it just a little bit. Something like 70. Alright, maybe quite like that. Alright, let me just delete it and our little spots here. Alright. Yo, you guys, we have no sidechain whatsoever. Isn't that the chant from the Radioactive? I don't think this is it, but it definitely had a chant and it definitely sounded something like this. I believe the chant that I used, it was a splice sample, Zay something. I don't have it on this laptop, but it's on Splice. It's just a regular old chant sample. All right. As I was saying, yeah, we don't even have any sidechain on the drop. And sidechain is super important, especially in dubstep. So, recently I've been using LFO tool to do my sidechain. But for the sake of this stream and this project, I'll just use the all reliable utility. So basically, the idea here is to automate the gain, so it ducks every time there's a kick, right? I could do the same thing here, but if I do an automation here, then I won't be able to adjust it anymore. So that's why we're doing it on our gain. Sidechain tool from Reason. Does it come with like the Reason 13 or whatever? All right. I don't want to mess with it right now. Let's just do the sidechain real quick. But honestly, boys, all you need is just a little volume automation and you're golden. So this is the way I like to do it. I always like to leave a little space before the actual kick, just so like the transient is a bit more punchy. And then this I can adjust to taste. Too much. Usually you want to find a sweet spot that like makes it a bit more groovier, because usually like that sidechain pump, it just helps to feel like it helps the track feel more alive, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so like there's a little bit more pump to it, you know? I do think maybe on the snare it's a bit too much. Alright, fuck it. Let's leave it like that for now. Alright. Vocal chants. Alright, one more thing I want to add here to my drop is, you know what? Let's go with our plate reverb. I'm just gonna add to the end. Kind of like to wash it out a little bit. That's cool. Although I would prefer a way more drastic result. So I'm just gonna put this before my sidechain. So usually sidechain is the very much the last thing you want on your drop group, right? And my drop group here contains all of my instruments, including the sub, which in this case is just like the patch, but yeah, you get the idea, right? Here, what I want to automate is the dry and wet. Maybe automate the decay as well. Yeah. And I don't want this sidechain here. Beautiful. And you know what? I'm just gonna add the same thing over here at the end of our drop A right before the switch, and I'll make it a little less hardcore. Perfect. All right, let's add a little bit more decay. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the build up. Build up. Gotta have the risers, right? All right. Now all I want to do here. Yeah, let's just delete this part here. Let's delete our little automation. Actually, we can put this little automation here. Remember this automation? This is just for like to cut off that little tail, you know, that we had coming from our FX folder, that folder group. Just want to make it a little softer, like so. Yeah. This I can delete. All right, sweet. And just want to add a little impact here. And this is the spot where the vocal would go. Drop. You know what I mean? Should I put a vocal in just for the sake of the project? Oh shit, did you hear that? Alright, I'm gonna do like that. Alright, so we don't really need an automation here. Alright. Okay, I need ideas for the vocals. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted some vocals that I can bit crush, so we can sound like, yo, snap out of it, dog. All right, what should be the vocals? Chat, I need your help. Drop it like it's hot. All right. All right, you know what? Let me just record my own drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Boom. Drop it like it's hot. Beautiful. I think I even got the timing right. Drop it like it's hot. Almost. All right, here. Hot. All right, beautiful. Check this out. I just want to add a dub syndicate first. Just want to add a little bit. Hot. Okay. Hot. All right, sweet. All right, erosion. Hot. 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 Another erosion. White noise this time. Let's make it white. Hot. 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 Yeah, redux. Hot. 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 Drop it like it's hot. Ah, that's so good. Maybe just make it a little bit louder. Drop it like it's hot. Yo, this is pretty good. Drop it like it's hot. All right. We got the vocal, boys. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, I could probably pitch it down a little bit. Oh, let's go with complex. Drop it like it's hot. Usually what I like to do with vocals is
drop it like it's hot.
Instead of like pitching it down and using one of the warp modes,
drop it like it's hot.
What I love doing it, especially to like achieve that sort of like that analog sound, I'll go repitch and I'll just stretch it.
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like
it's hot.
Oh, we can even resample that.
Drop it like it's hot.
Oh, okay. We're definitely resampling that. Alright, this resample.
Drop it like it's hot.
Alright, let's give it another try.
Drop it like it's hot.
I mean,
drop it like it's hot.
Yo, that could maybe work. Let's see if
drop it like it's hot.
Yo, that's perfect.
Drop it like it's
Oops.
drop it like it's hot.
Alright, the vocals might need some tweaking, but I'm leaving it as it is for now. Alright, what else we need to do? Alright, let's add back our impact here. Sweet. And alright, I just want to do one more thing before I end the stream. I want to add a little build-up thing in before the drop. Who's going to the Sisto stream after? Not me, but you probably should. Sisto is a homie. Alright, let's resample. I just want to resample the drop. Sweet. Let's add that here. Let's filter it. Actually, do I have my wash and filter? No, I don't. Alright, it's okay. Alright, we're just gonna filter it in. I'm gonna cut off the low end. Because we don't really need any low end in the buildup, right? Because when the drop actually drops and you hear the low end for the first time, like the proper low end, it hits. Wait, how did you make cover track? Is it Blender 3D? Yes, sir. Blender 3D, that's my go-to tool. I've been going at it for like 2 years now. Still pretty confusing, but I'm getting the hang of it. All right. Here what I want to do is I want to use the same reverb as my risers. Sweet. And I want to automate going from 100% wet to something like 20%. So as I'm filtering it in, right, I'm reverbing it out. Or the other way around. But yeah, you get it, right? As the filter increases, the reverb decreases. There you go. Might even... There you go. Sources to learn Blender. YouTube. Start with the donut tutorial. That's basically just like a long ass tutorial about on how to render out a donut. It's a pretty stupid concept, but the fact that it's so simple, right? It's just a donut. You get to learn the whole program like pretty easily. And once I did that tutorial, then I looked up like different tutorials on YouTube. There's one called what's the name? I don't remember the name, but there's like a few tutorials where like the guy shows you the scene and then he shows you how to make it. And that's exactly what I did, and I was like, "Oh, I want to make that scene." And you know, as you follow the steps, you change it, you kind of make it your own, and then I just went from there. Bro, you have to go with the donut. The donut is the goat. Because like if you don't do the donut, then just like there's a lot of stuff that you just can't follow because you don't know how. But yeah, good luck, bro. All right. Yeah, I think we're done for today, boys. Let's listen to what we have so far. Let me just throw a little amp back here first. All right. Sit back. Enjoy.
Drop it like it's
Holy shit, why is it so loud? pretty solid. All right. Thank you guys for joining my first live stream. To be honest, I had fun. It's actually pretty fun to like interact with the chat, as I'm cooking. So definitely not the last. I will keep working on the song. Next week, the full song will be available for you guys. Tier 2 and plus. For my tier 3 fellers, you will have the project file as well as some samples that I might end up making, like that riser that we exported earlier. So, yeah. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy Sisto's stream for those who will be going there. If not, was good hanging out, and hope to do this again with you sometimes. All right, you boys have a good one. Peace. I'm out.